Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling, as you see what's going on a lovely island of Fawnhallow today where, oh my word, it's finally, I don't know what's happening to my accent. Oh my goodness, it's finally happened. We finally have the Year 7 Animal Crossing thumbnail art. We no longer have a placeholder. We've gone over days of a MS Paint thumbnail art, gone over days of a blurred thumbnail art, until next year at least. Finally. If you haven't, well, you probably have seen it by the point of watching this video because it will have a new thumbnail art. But anyway, good evening everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 9:36 p.m. on Monday, March 30th, 2026. Yeah, we finally have it. It's that I spent a lot of time, like I basically rendered it overnight last night. Like I finished it very late. I would say, I'm not going to say how late. Like, I'm gonna keep my ambiguity there. And then I rendered it like overnight, and then in the morning I uploaded it, and I was like, okay, wonderful. Set the metadata, all done. And it's like, it's not even like that much of a relief. I would say it's not like I did it and I was like, oh, finally, because it's more like it's like a well overdue thing, I think, at this point. So it's sort of like I guess it's about time rather than a finally. Not a bad thing. I'm very happy it's done. And yeah, the video ended up being a bit more comprehensive than I expected it to be, mainly because I didn't, because I already knew I was going to be like, I'm going to speak about it, speak about stuff in the beginning, because there's a lot more that went into this thumbnail art about design conception and planning compared to other ones which were just like, okay, I basically, just start doing a rough sketch and then I improvise like outfits as we go, essentially. But this one, like all the outfits were planned beforehand, like with general ideas of what exactly I wanted to do, and it's very, very intensive. And then I ended up having so much to say. I didn't even say everything I wanted to say. There were so many things I thought about afterwards. I was like, oh, I also probably wanted to say that. But I was like, I'm not going to go back and re-render that. That took 2 hours to render. It took a few hours for me to... Well, actually, it didn't. It actually probably was faster for me to edit it than it was for me to actually render it, which is kind of crazy to say, maybe. But there we go. It's done. There it is. The fashion-themed Animal Crossing thumbnail art with the Able sisters. It's done. It's... Well, I mean, I guess I could go back and edit it, but I'm not going to go back and edit the time-lapse. Yeah, so I did something pretty different with a time-lapse with the extended commentary this time, but I only put like very basic editing on it because I was like, I'm not going to go that hard for it. At the same time, I was also like, I'm not sure if I should do it like this. Maybe in retrospect, like maybe what I should have done is I should have done two separate ones, one being just a thumbnail art and one being like a commentary, or maybe like an extended Animal Crossing episode like today, basically being commentary on the thumbnail art, but whatever. I don't know what the best way to go about it is. I thought I would speak for maybe like 15 minutes, and then I spoke for like half an hour, and I was like, well, alright then. I guess it does kind of make sense. It's 14 people, so like even like 2 minutes per villager is like a lot. But I'm trying to think of like what other supplementary things I was going to say about them, because the things I didn't really touch upon were like the small design choices, which I made to try and evoke feelings on things like Biscuit having the ribbon tied and in such a way that it made it look like a little sprout in his outfit. Like there's also a thing with Apollo, the fact he's got these like fluffy collars and stuff to try and make it look like snow settling. I can't remember other ones off the top of my head, but there are other small ones like that. Like Raymond has like this sort of ponytail which has like a scrunchie with like two little things coming off, which it looks like a knot, but it's also like a leaf. I was trying to think of one for each of them to be like, that'd be an interesting one. Oh yeah, like Rowan's one ended up being quite evocative of a lifeguard, because that feels like something very sort of summery, isn't it? Do I have something for Lily? I feel like Lily might have been more straightforward. I think the only thing is like the flowers are kind of hydrangeas, which are very like water growing plant, like they're plants which are notorious for like ingesting a huge amount of water, drinking up a huge amount of water or something per day. So Audie, oh, you just walked away, Audie. What else was like another detail from Audie's one? Like all the holes and the rips and stuff in her tights and her gloves, which is not only meant to be because it's meant to be very sort of punk in that regard, but it also is like meant to give a feeling of like, oh, the thing's like burned away or something. What? Emilia? I don't think Emilia had much else about hers. Like hers, I think was very straightforward. I guess maybe her hairstyle. Actually, I didn't even comment on the fact that Audie's makeup was amazing. Like with fire-based makeup, I'm like, that's kind of sick. Not seen it before, but I'm sure you could absolutely do it. Not that I've ever done anything like that. Emilia has a similar thing with it being very swooshy. I think her eyelashes are meant to be swooshy, and the hair feather on top of her head is also meant to be extremely swooshy as well. All in the name of swoosh. Vivian. What would I even say about Vivian's? She had diamond-shaped earrings. It's kind of a boring one, to be honest. I don't know if I said like the other half of her outfit was kind of meant to be like quartz sticking out, but it was also like put into layers, kind of like layers of earth. Oh, that was like what the original concept is. It didn't really hold that concept, or like the original idea I had for it, but it didn't hold that concept by the end. But that was a possibility. Something about faunas. Faunas is quite a straightforward one as well, so that makes it a little bit difficult to say. I think I probably said everything about faunas that I was going to say about faunas. Phoebe's as well, I don't think there was anything particularly notable. I suppose the fact that they're sort of very intentionally always like, in this one, sort of like on the opposite sides looking away from each other, of course, because of their opposite domains, right? They're also probably the ones which like, yeah, like I think they're the only ones who are looking out. Like everyone else is basically looking towards the camera, except for, well, I guess Phoebe's also looking to the camera, to be honest. Mainly because her pose doesn't work if she doesn't, but like she's facing away, kind of. I guess Lily's also now looking away, so I guess I didn't even keep that consistent now I thought about it. But I will say, at one point, Phoebe had little devil horns on her hood, and then I took it off because I was like, no, I think that's still on my nose. I liked it when it was more subtle, because I was really happy with a fascinator hat being a halo for fauna. That one pleased me. I don't know. I just like, looking back at it, like I forgot how much I was struggling with colouring Dee's outfit. I won't feel like, it must have been like 15 different colorations, just trying to be like, how is it going to happen? Because my original idea was like I was going to have it be like pink and white or something, or pink and black, I can't remember exactly. I think it was pink and white. But then I was just like, no, like it doesn't really feel like, she feels more out of place, weirdly enough, compared to everyone else. So I was like, we've got to change it a bit. And when she was actually very inspired by, I think, a lot of the Star Rail characters. That's how long, because like when I started making the concepts, I wasn't even playing much Star Rail, and by the time I finished, I'd finished a Star Rail story. So of course she's got the sort of a reef in her hair, laurel reef, kind of like Aglaia does. And she has Aglaia has a very thread-based, seamstress-based aesthetic. But then the rainbow colour comes from like Cyrene's outfit as well. Whereas Cyrene's is more like a wedding dress, which has like rainbows all around it. Which now I think about it, I actually kind of did in one of the stream arts. The June's dream art is basically like a wedding dress in white, but with rainbow colorations. Not to the extent that Cyrene has it, but I actually really liked it there. I don't know, having a subtle rainbow gradient over everything is actually really fun. IMO. But yeah. What else was I gonna say? Oh, we made each other mad. What on earth did you say to each other? I guess in some ways I am pretty glad it's done. Like it's sort of like now I'm going to go back to actually recording videos and building up the backlog again. So that's what I'm going to do after this. I'm going to go record some, I don't know, I'm undecided. I think I'll play some Nine Souls because I've been dying to play some Nine Souls, but I just haven't. Like I built up a backlog of like 3 weeks or something, and then now it's basically down to 1 week again. So I'm glad to be going back to playing some games all over again, actually building up. Because I'm going on holiday, as I said. In May, so I'm basically building up a backlog 1 month in advance to actually make sure that I'm like, I don't have to, because last time I went on holiday, I basically had to do like 5 Animal Crossing episodes a day, so I want to basically build up enough of a backlog by doing it all now, and then Animal Crossing I will do in like the weeks coming up or something, where I basically record like 3 or 2 a day depending. But should be enough. I don't know if it will be, but we're getting back into it. And then immediately as I come back, you know, we'll have like a break on a month where I need to build up a backlog again, and then it'll be art fight. So it's non-stop, mind you. It's non-stop. But yeah, how's other stuff going? Today is a day of a champions meet in Uma Musume. Am I prepared? Absolutely not. I've got okayish Mihono Bourbon and okayish Kita-san Black. I have a terrible Narita Taishin, so I'm gonna be trying to get like some Narita Taishin runs. Enough that she can carry me, and then over these next 2 days I can try and sort of build a better 2 front runners. I just started building it way too late, and I was just so insanely busy. Like, my best, I'm just really annoyed because my Kita-san Black would be really, really good if she just hit long S on that run. That's the only thing she was missing. It was actually an incredible run otherwise. Maxed out speed, stamina, incredibly high power, pretty decently high whip. It's incredible. Alas. But yeah. How are other things going on? Other catch games are fine. Like, I haven't really played much more of the story games. The story quests are now, but at the moment I'm trying to play through the Genshin one. The new Star Rail quest come out, so I'll probably start playing through that. So I'm trying to basically see what's going on with that at some point. Oh, I also, like, a very, like, tangential point is I got a notification being like, hey, your delivery is coming soon. And I was like, what delivery? And then I realised that, it's the Spiritfarer plush, which I backed on YouTube or something ages ago. Should we see where it is at the moment? I don't know how far away it's gone. Let's see. U2's collectible. Here we go. My Gwen plush from Spiritfarer. One of my favourite games. Track. Where is it? It's en route, apparently. It's in Singapore right now. Because it started in China, apparently. So, yeah, I'm not in a rush. I've already waited for this for ages. The other thing I was also going to check was my route backing. I gave a copy of my current copy of Root to my friends, because it said, oh, they're like dispatching the other ones now or something. It's like the orders are being fulfilled. So I was like, okay, well, I don't know when I'm next going to see you, so you know I might as well do this now. It's not like I'm going to play it between now and then. If I am, then oh well, sucks for me. Let's see. So we're shipping updates. UK. By the end of March. Fulfillment. By the end of March is expected. Let's see, hold on. We're backing with a provider I've never heard of, but let's see. Oh, no, okay. Oh, this is the wrong email, that's why. Pretty sure my backing email is going to be different. The Twitch stream summary. Star Rail Genshin. I don't know, like I even have time now actually to play the story quest. Because I feel like for the past while I've just basically been working on the thumbnail art. Late at night, which is normally my late night play gacha games time. Also a reason why I haven't really done much in Uma Musume, to be honest. Let's see. Root. My pledge status has changed. Ready for shipping. I see. So it's not quite shipping yet. That's what I saw. It was ready for shipping and I was like, okay, that seems pretty good. Your pledge info. So still waiting. So there's going to be one random day I'm going to get like 9 boxes of Root and its expansions, and I'm going to be like, I don't know where to put all of these things. I'll have to figure it out. I have seen people on Etsy make like these mega Root box things where you can basically put all these little tokens. Basically a way of packing everything very, very efficiently together. So I might pick up one of those. Let's see if they still exist. It's like a Root mega thing, but I guess I should wait for the new project to come out, right? Root mega something. Maybe search Root board game? It's actually literal plant roots, which is not really what I want. Organizer for Root, that's what I wanted. But it's not from the UK, is it? Like, this one I like because it looks super, super cute and neat. I wonder if I'll update it for the next one, who knows? Anyway, what else am I going to talk about? Yeah, but thumbnail art, like, finally, long awaited. Was there something else I was going to say about? I don't really know. I'm just sort of like, I don't know. I'm happy it's done. I'm happy it exists. It's cool stuff. I am thinking about when I'm going to do the other one, the one following on. The one retroactive for last year. I will tell you now, it's going to be so much simpler. Basically, all the villages are going to appear in a much, much simpler form. And it's going to be D and one other NPC in a relatively simple background, I think. Like, I have an idea for a background. I haven't actually ideated it much yet. But we'll see. I think it'll be a very cute background. The one which will come in for year 6, but we'll see. Anyway, what else am I going to talk about? I don't know, any other small details on the thumbnail art? I can't really think of any. I guess it's also been because it's been, like, to be fair, I say it's been over a year, and it has been over a year, like in literal time, but like, I basically worked on it from like January to March last year, and then I didn't do anything until like, for ages, and I worked on it a little bit during like autumn time, and then I didn't do anything for ages, and I worked on it during like, again, January to March this year. So I was still late to it, so, you know, whoops, is all I can say. So really, it wasn't actually that much like time. No, it wasn't actually genuinely like a year. I was working on chipping away a little bit every single day. It was just genuinely long stretches of me not doing it. So yeah. But I think the next thumbnail arts I'll probably focus on, because I think the 3 series I have at the moment are almost very close to finishing. So I'm going to have to probably finish those off pretty soon. It's so weird also, like, the fact I don't have to open up MS Paint now to do the thumbnail art. The thumbnail art is done. I can do them in batch easily. So yeah. There you go. I hope you enjoy it. Go watch our Animal Crossing video if you, sorry, the thumbnail art time-lapse video if you want, and commentary if you want to hear all my insights about it. I will be honest, I did record those insights at like 1 AM or something, so I probably wasn't on tip-top form, but I was also like, I can't, when else am I going to record it tomorrow, basically, so yeah, that's it. Anyway, I'm going to go play some Nine Swords now because I haven't played it for ages. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been dear darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again, but for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye bye for now.